All right, grade eights. So I'm going to just explain to you how to choose your courses for grade 9. So high school has a credit system, and that means that every class that you pass, you get a credit, and you need 30 credits to graduate. Out of the 30 credits, 18 of them are compulsory. That means that the Ministry of Education tells you that you need these specific courses, and they are here on the little iPad to graduate. You have to have these at least, and then you get 12 courses that you get to choose from. So by the end of grade 12, you're going to have 4 English, 3 maths, at least 2 sciences. You could have more sciences if it's something that you want to get into in the future. But you have to have a minimum of these 18. So as you move through high school, you get more choice. So if you look at this high school credit planning chart, in grade 9, there is English, French, geography, math, religion, and science that are compulsory. And depends on your school. So this is, generally what happens, but check your course selection sheet at your school, for your school, because some high schools, for example, have health and phys ed is mandatory in grade 9. So it's compulsory in grade 9. But some high schools, it's not. You have to only have one by the time you graduate. So you're allowed to take it in grade 9 or 10. But generally, these 6 subjects are the subjects that you will need to take in grade 9, and then you get a couple of spaces to choose. And then as you get to grade 10, you've got these courses, and then you get to choose 2. And then grade 11, it really opens up. You only have to take English, math, and religion, and then you have some choice in groups of courses. But you don't have to worry about that until you get to grade 11. But the idea is, as you move along in your years, you get more and more choice because you get to choose your pathway, right? So you get to choose whether you are university bound, college bound, whether you want to go into apprenticeship, or whether you want to go right into the workplace. So depending on the courses that you choose, you are going in certain pathways. All right, in addition to your 30 credits, if you look in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, all grade 9s have to take a provincial numeracy test, which is really the EQAO for grade 9, only math. You have to pass it though. So it's not like in elementary school where you took the EQAO and that's nice, I got a sheet and it said level 2 or level 3 or level 4. In grade 9, you have to be successful and you have to pass it. You also need to pass the grade 10 literacy test. So imagine like the language portion of an EQAO. If you fail any of these tests, there are courses to help you. There's peer tutoring, talk to your guidance counselor. The school wants you to succeed. The board wants you to succeed. So don't worry. If you fail, it's not the end of the world. You can still graduate. You can still get those, okay? And the last thing that you're going to need is 40 hours of community service. So by the time you finish grade 12, you need to have 40 hours of volunteer service. And that can start as early as the summer of grade 8. So as soon as you graduate grade 8, if you think you want to start your volunteer hours, check out with your guidance counselor at your high school. They have a form. You can start to track your hours and get those hours as soon as the summer of grade 8, okay? And you cannot be paid. A lot of students ask, if I get paid for it, is my part-time job count? No. Volunteers, you're volunteering your time. You're not getting paid for it. And the last thing I want to show here is that some high schools are semestered and some are non-semestered. And what that means is a school that is semestered, you take 4 subjects from September to January, and then you take the next 4 subjects from February to June. In a non-semestered school, you're taking all 8 subjects all year round from September to June, but day 1, you have 4 courses, and then day 2, you have 4 courses, okay? So how do you choose your courses? Choose wisely because it's not fun to fail. So you need to take a look at how you have been consistently working in grade 7 and 8. So if you are usually a level 3 or 4 in grade 8, or you're getting in the 80s or 90s or even high 70s, that's generally the numbers that you get, then you are likely going to go into academic courses. And academic courses are noted by the letter D in the course code, okay? Applied is if you are somebody who is usually getting 50s, 60s, mid 70s. That's normally what you get in your courses. You would be looking to take applied courses. And then finally, there are the locally developed courses and open courses. You will only be choosing locally developed courses, and that has the letter L, if your teacher recommends that. If your teacher does not recommend that, then you are likely looking to take academic or applied. And then open courses are things like religion. You'll find an O in the course code, and what that means is that all levels are in that class. Now, the course codes for enriched AP and specialty programs look similar, but the last number in the 6-digit course code will be different. And that you will find in your course selection sheets. Okay, so if you are unsure, or if you're kind of like, well, I'm kind of a 70s, maybe sometimes an 80s, check with your teacher. I can't stress it enough. Check with your teacher and say, hi, sir, hi, miss. I'm just wondering, what do you think I should take in English, or what do you think I should take in science, and get their input, okay? New to grade 9 for you is that math is now de-streamed. And what that means is you are not choosing a grade 9 applied or grade 9 academic course. I'm going to say that one more time. For grade 9, you are not choosing a grade 9 math or, a grade 9 academic or grade 9 applied math course. Applied and academic will now be taken together in grade 9. The only time you will have a different code than MTH1W1 is if you are taking locally developed, referred by your teacher, recommended by your teacher, or if you are in a specialty course, the one at the end will be a different letter or number, okay? So when you go to choose your courses, you will not see the option for applied or academic math. All right. Now, here is a course code, an example of one, and I'm just going to break down the different sections for you. So the first 3 letters are the subject. So in this case, ENG stands for English. The second 3 tell us a lot of information about the course. The first number, 1, stands for grade 9. So anytime you're adding course codes, make sure that that first number represents the grade level that you want to take. The second one is a D, the letter D. That stands for academic. So the letter in between the 2 numbers is going to tell you the level of the course. D stands for academic, P is for applied, L is for locally developed, O is for open. And then finally, the last number in the 6-digit code can stand for many different things. One thing it can stand for is if you are in a non-semestered school, it will show you if this class is taking place on day 1 or day 2. What it can also tell you is if you are taking a male or female course, for example, in phys ed. So if you're taking a male or a female, the letter will be different. And then lastly, if it's a specialty course, the number here will reflect that. So this one kind of stands for a few different things. And finally, the section number is after the dash. And so all that means is that, you know, there might be 2 academic English classes, or there might be 3 in this case, and you're in class number 3. All right. So just a reminder, no more applied or academic math in grade 9. The MTH1W replaces academic and applied. Locally developed or essential still stays the same. It's an L, okay? And then, like I just mentioned, in the course codes, the last digit or letter will be different depending on your specialty course. Now, the summer transition program, most of the high schools are offering this. The information will be in your course registration package. It's for grade 8 entering grade 9. It happens in July. It happens at the high school you'll be attending. Hopefully it's in person. If not, they will offer it virtually. Why do it? You get 1 full high school credit. You get to know the school and how to get around in it if you're in person. You get to meet some teachers, maybe meet some new people, some new friends, and start to feel a little bit more comfortable when you're starting a grade 9. And how do you register for it? There will be a registration form in your acceptance package. If you don't see anything there, check the board's website or call the high school guidance. And there is, I believe, a $20 fee to register for that. But, you know, don't forget, you're getting 1 full credit to go to school for a month. Now, course selections happens 3 different ways. Unfortunately, I know it can get a little bit confusing. So my blueprint is one way that high schools are entering courses. Not all high schools are doing that. Another way high schools are doing it is they're sending you a form in your registration package. They're asking you to print it out, fill it out, sign it, take a picture of it, and upload it to the board's website. There is a link in your registration package for that. And then the third way is some high schools are actually creating Google Forms, and they ask you to fill out those forms, or they have fillable PDFs. So please take a look at your package and see what your high school wants you to do. And then the rest of this presentation goes into step-by-step how to choose your courses in my blueprint. But that will be done on a separate video with a live demonstration of the process. But if you wanted to come back at any point into the slideshow, and you can find all the steps, step by step, on how to do that. Hope this helps. And remember, you can always contact your guidance counselor if you need some more help. Good luck.